Being good with money often feels responsible, but quietly it can keep you exactly where you are. If you're good with money, you know the feeling. You budget, you track, you avoid obvious mistakes. You don't panic buy, you don't overspend impulsively. You don't let things get out of control. From the outside it looks disciplined. From the inside it feels tight, careful, measured, always slightly restrained. You're doing everything right, yet real momentum never seems to arrive. And that gap starts to bother you. In the next few minutes, you'll see why being good with money often creates a ceiling, why discipline alone doesn't lead to wealth, and how a trait praised as maturity can quietly limit your future. Being good with money trains one core behavior above all else. Avoidance, avoid losses, avoid waste, avoid regret. This mindset forms early. You learn to feel a small win every time you don't spend, a small sense of control every time you say no. Over time, your brain associates safety with restraint. That works well for stability. But wealth doesn't grow from restraint. It grows from exposure. Here's the subtle shift that happens. When you're good with money, your focus narrows. You watch expenses closely. You optimize decisions that already exist. You don't create new arenas for money to move. Your attention stays inside familiar boundaries. And psychologically, that matters more than income, because money follows where attention is allowed to go. If your attention is trained to protect, it rarely explores. Not recklessly, but not expansively either. So progress becomes incremental. This is where most people get confused. They think wealthy people are simply better at managing money. But management isn't the defining skill. Tolerance is. Tolerance for uncertainty. Tolerance for temporary imbalance. Tolerance for looking inefficient before things make sense. Wealth often grows in phases that look irresponsible from the outside. Uneven cash flow, periods of reinvestment, moments where security feels lower, not higher. Someone trained to be good with money feels discomfort here, not because it's wrong, but because it violates their identity. Being careful feels like being smart. So anything that feels unstable must be avoided, even if it's where growth lives. Here's the quiet truth. Most people aren't stuck because they make bad decisions. They're stuck because they make only safe ones. They confuse control with progress and calm with advancement. Being good with money keeps life neat, but wealth often arrives messy first, unclear, uncomfortable, incomplete. And unless your identity allows that phase, you'll never stay in it long enough for it to compound. This channel isn't about spending more or taking wild risks. It's about noticing the invisible rules guiding your behavior. If you're interested in understanding how psychology shapes financial outcomes, not just how money is managed, this is where those conversations continue. People who notice these patterns usually don't unsee them.